I'm blind, and here's 5 more misconceptions or myths that I'm going to bust about blind people. So the first one is blind people can't work or go to school. There are many different blind or visually impaired people that are in multiple fields of work or study, and they do just fine. There's some adaptations that can be made in school so that they can participate in university or college programs just as easily as people who are sighted. In the workplace, there may be some adaptive technology that are required or some adaptive work environments that need to be created. But that doesn't mean that somebody with a visual disability should be denied the access to work. For myself, I've actually been working as a support person for women and children fleeing domestic abuse and violence for the last 5 years. And now I'm working as a group facilitator as well. I have 2 degrees, one in psychology and one in social work, and I've just enrolled in my master's degree in counseling psychology. So there's just one example of how some blind people can work and go to school. The second one is that people who are blind or visually impaired are limited with what hobbies they can do. Now, this is very untrue. So many different people living with multiple disabilities can participate in any hobby they enjoy. Even blind people can take part in art or sports. For example, I've done sculpting in my life, and I also used to play soccer when I was a young adolescent. I've also competed on a tandem bike. There's many other different ways that people who are blind or visually impaired can take part in different hobbies. I love to knit, I love to cook, and there's adaptive ways that I make so that I can actually take part in doing those things and enjoy them just as much as someone who has full vision. The third one is Braille is the only way that blind people can read. Well, truth be told, not every blind person knows how to read Braille. It doesn't mean that we automatically learn the language of the bumps. Actually, I haven't read a Braille book since grade 12 in high school when I read Harry Potter. So I use audiobooks, I use screen readers, I use large print on the computer because I've got some useful vision. However, there's multiple ways that people who are blind or visually impaired can read and enjoy reading without having to lug around huge Braille books. Because yes, they are huge and they are heavy. Thanks for the back pain. Number 4 is blind people can't enjoy social media, watch movies, or TV. This is just not true. So I may not be able to watch a movie to the full extent that my sighted counterparts can, but I can still experience the movie. Other people may use things like descriptive video. I personally don't enjoy it, but that's my personal preference. Other people find it very helpful and can even take a device with them to a movie, which plugs into their ear like an earbud, and it will describe a movie in a theater to them. When it comes to social media, there are multitudes of apps and adaptive software that allow somebody to take part in watching a video, engaging with the video, commenting, and even creating their own. And the last myth that I'm going to bust about blind people is all websites are accessible. No, they're not. Not all of them. So a lot of people who are blind or visually impaired will use what's called a screen reader. And that's literally what it sounds like. It is basically a voice automated system that will read the website to you, and you can navigate using the tab, the shift tab, all that kind of stuff in order to interact with websites. Now that means that each website needs to be compatible with these readers, and unfortunately, not all of them are. People often don't think about whether or not a website will be compatible for people who are blind or visually impaired when creating that website, because that's not the quote-unquote norm. So No, not all websites are accessible, and it's interesting to see some of the company or government-led websites that actually aren't still today. So those were 5 more myths that I'd like to bust about people who are blind or visually impaired. Please leave a comment down below and let me know if you've run into any of these or if there's any other ones that I haven't listed yet. And I've also done another video on it as well, so please check that out before you say, hey, you've missed out this one. So yeah, leave a comment and please remember to like, follow, and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.